Hi guys, so this is another introduction on my channel now. I've seen some streamers play this game and I just thought I'd give it a go to see, because I reckon it's going to be pretty good, but yeah. No, I think the price is too high. Now I've decreased it by 50 cents, hopefully they will. Still, I'm gonna have to just make it like 50 cents. Like, surely they'll be happy then. Surely, otherwise they're just trying to rip me off. Like, nah, it's like, just because you can't afford it does not mean you should leave. Like that, you're not gonna get it cheaper anywhere else. Like, I'm only making 15 cents profit. Like, look at it, he grabs like 3. I don't know if this is the right version of what he's playing. I can just tell by looking at this that this is a slightly different version. So, yeah. One, come on, start playing with cash, mate. Anyway, I need to go on to the computer now, and I just need to. This is so annoying. Like, it keeps. I'm gonna have to move my screen over here just because. Yeah. Now, is this gonna. So there we go. So. Now I need to set a price. Oh, it's just moved me. Right, no, you know what? I'm feeling kind today, so I'll do 65. Ooh, lovely. I'm sorry. Oh my god. 70, 90, 90, 25. It is easier for me to just have card. I do it every now and then. I would prefer cash, but not loads of amount of cash. Like, see, they're just trying to rip me off at this point, and it's just ridiculous. See, he's nice. He doesn't rip me off of my money, you see. So, I am happy with, you know. He only needed a tiny bit of change, that was it. Normally you're getting fucking pissed with me, mate, because I'll be booted out of my shop straight away. None of people are happy to pay around that price. I'll increase it by 10 cents. You know, because as a businessman or a businesswoman, you want to be able to have the good prices. You want to make as much as you can. But I do care about some customer satisfaction. And that's going to be my moral, right? If customers they're looking at their prices and going, no, I'll decrease it so they're happy, right? See, there's a few people there that tend to just go in and leave, right? Because you don't like the prices. So now I've seen that, I'll decrease it by 5 cents. There's some blokes that are angry. Nah, you're taking the piss, mate. You're taking the piss. You're taking the piss. You know, I don't mind giving them maybe £10 cash back, but not bloody 35 every time. Like, you know, if it is just a game, but I still kind of act like I am right out in a real life location doing it, because that's a feeling. It's, you know, I like acting like that. So did Angry Jims, because he tended to get annoyed when people did stuff like complained or whatever when it's right in front of them or whatever. Or, you know, for example, the characters are saying, can't find cheese when they brought the last cheese, right? Because you buy the last cheese and you complain about not being able to find any more. Just got some snacks there. Anyway, as a businessman, my goods seem to come to an end, so I'm gonna have to buy some more. I think because this could be the most profitable, I will get a good few of them. I'll get 3 for now, and I'll get some cereal. you know, realistically, if this is a real life shop, 52 cents would not be much, you know. I feel like grocery stores will go broke straight away with the amount of money we invest into the actual stock. Alright, a good 2. Yeah, which is something. No, I forgot. This is what I mean by taking a piss, because like, you know, in real life, people would eventually just, you know, if there's zones of this happening, the stores would eventually, you know, ban any cash back just because people will take a piss. You know, they will go there knowing what they're buying. You know, if they know they're only spending $5.50, they're bringing in a £30 note and demand a change. They can't afford that, you know, because any cash they get is from sales. Like, you know, they might make a sale, they might get cash from a sale. They can't keep affording to have to give all of it away because people can't be asked to gather the right amount of money, you know. If obviously someone's like, you know, maybe been out and they've just popped into a shop just to get something, maybe a drink or some a bite to eat, and they've got some money they need to count, that's different, you know. That's just You know what? Just because I think I want to get rid of this. Potatoes. Hang on. Right, potatoes. I'm gonna do a full profit margin. So if I know that's a bit, I'll do it even less. You know, obviously some people might get annoyed that, you know, some people have different opinions on certain values and all that. So, you know. No, of course. Why are you so angry? I almost just absolutely gave you it for free, mate. It's clear I can't overcharge them by 1 cent. It's clear I can't give them something for free either. That's just a game code. It's ridiculous. It really is. Because if someone if I brought something, I went to get something from a shop and they said the total will be £0.0, I'll go, alright, sure. You know, and I'd gladly walk away. And, you know, obviously, I know they're probably joking, but, you know, obviously at the end of the day, I might just say, no, here's the £2 it is. You're probably setting me up or something. Not that I'm accusing you, but you know, because even though it's like maybe if you're a homeless person and you've gone into a shop and a person can tell you're homeless and might need your help, they might give you it for free on them, and they will put the cash in the register out of their paycheck or something, or generally out of their pocket just because they're nice. But you know, once I've sold all that, I'm just gonna have to I'm gonna increase the price now because I can't be asked with these cheap prices. I need proper profit. I just do. That's just taking a piss, mate. That really is. You know, like in real life, if I'm gonna be a person that's, you know, I might say to my staff, right? It's got signs all over, right? If you're gonna bring in change, if you're gonna ask for change, please make sure to give us a suitable amount. If you're spending £10, don't give us £50, right? 20 quid is probably a borderline, you know? And you know, if I was the owner, I'd say any tips will go straight to the staff, right? So if I don't know, a lad comes in, gives the cashier the 20 and says, keep the change, don't mind, you know, but I'm not gonna take any, you know, money from them for that, because they work for that. I didn't, so. Oh god, I've made that mistake again, because when they share like that, I know I gave them change I'm not supposed to. Change, okay. Yeah, this is definitely a different one. you know, the thing with the self-checkouts is that going to actually be a worthy investment? You know, is it really going to be? I feel like maybe once I've got enough money, I could do that, because I'll tell you for why. I just need to go AFK and I could get like loads of money, you know? And then services, I don't think there's any services right now, but licenses, there you go, 50. Owns and now shop. Products. Now there's a few more. I'm going to start selling some of this now. So I'm going to wait this time, just because, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to have a quick drink and all, and yeah. You know, how are you guys feeling today, you know? Are you happy that the GCSEs are over and you just got a load of time to yourself now? Well, that's if you've been recently doing exams, your real exams. If you have, you're obviously in year 11, but if not, then obviously so now all the stock should be here. Yeah, the stock's here. Now the thing with this is I'm gonna have to obviously wait for this next one, which now in the meantime I'm gonna have the time to set the prices. So it costs 80, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it have, like, realistically, right, I'm not gonna do it too expensive. I'm gonna do it less than, maybe like I'll do exactly 2, so I'm making an alright profit. Now I think I'm gonna have to do 180 just so it's bang on even for profit. So yeah, and this was 95, so I'm gonna have to do 195. No, I feel like strawberry should be more expensive, because I feel like strawberry would be the more sort of like, what's the right word? I'm trying to get the right word in here. What I feel like would be is that strawberry would be more popular because strawberries are fruit, if you get what I mean, and peanut is something that people who could be allergic to. So, you know, this is a super mayo. So the peanuts are one that's still arriving, which has just arrived. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be the cheapest because, yeah, simply because peanut can have allergies in it, like people can be allergic to it and all. So like, I feel like I'm going to make it cheaper just because I don't personally like it either. You know, I'm only going to make a little bit of profit from it, not too much. About, so it's 180 to 155, so it's going to go from, right, so yeah. And this is just, that's an alright sale here. You know, I need to make sure I type the correct value because I don't want to lose any money. I just want to gain money, that's it really. So, yeah, they're taking the piss once again, you know. Realistically, knowing me, if it was real life, I probably would just go, no, you're taking the piss. You're giving me $100 thing when you come in and knowing you're probably only going to spend 10, so why bring that much, you know? If it's like a really big day and it's like a massive street fair in your area and there's these shops nearby and you don't want to spend that much money on food at the store stuff, you might just go to the shop to get a meal or something that you're actually going to be able to like, and it's not going to cost 25 quid for a burger and chips and fries or whatever, you know, because like for example the street food is good but it's just like too expensive, man. It's like £8 a burger, like that's not even any toppings at all. It's like just a plain burger with cheese on it. Obviously go cook burger with a bun, 2 buns, a cooked burger with cheese on top, that's all it is. Like, it's not much at all, you know. If it's got double bacon, it's got double cheese, it's got load of onions and it's load of sauce and all, that might be a bit different, but you know, it's not that's not the case, so you can't compare it at all. I think I'm gonna edit the hours just because you know, throughout the years of a store owner, right, you might get bad and good reputation. Like, you know, you might get some bad reputation because some of your staff have been treating people not right. So you take an action, but people are still, you know, people are still, what's the right word? People still go on about it, and it's like you can't escape it no matter what, and you just gotta keep whenever it becomes a big enough problem, you just explain that you've taken action, the necessary action to try and make up for it. The people are still going on about it, which make your store look bad, and you can't do anything about it really. You know, that's happened, and now they're bringing you down and all that lot for it. So yeah, you can't do anything. It's not as simple as just apologising, if you get what I mean. I feel like the cheapest is this, so that might be the most profitable, but also I feel like I do need to do this as well. The unit price is 1, and I'm basically paying 12 for 1, and it's kind of like, you know, in real life, you know, £1 for a box of cereal is actually pretty decent, but you know, I feel like I'm gonna get rid of the potatoes just for now. I'm gonna get these three. Yeah. Yeah, they've seen the prices and they're not happy, so I'm gonna have to decrease this a bit. This is what's not getting me the sales, I think. Now we've seen that, hopefully they do consider buying. Like you can see, it's like I can tell it's the prices because they look at it, right? They stare into the store and then they just leave the second they look at the price range, and it's like really annoying because I feel like I'm giving them a good deal, but it's just how cheap they want it. You know, they want it so cheap to a point of ripping me off, if that makes sense. And that's 180, right? That's because it was technically 95 cents, so that can be a bit cheaper. Decreased the prices of everything now. Now that's why, because it says closed. Look at this. $20. Dang it. Don't you give me a fucking look, mate. No, I'm a businessman. If you don't know our prices, fuck off. Simple. You know, like, I could see she gave me that bloody side eye, right? I could just see it straight away. Oh no, there's a Karen. There's a male and a female. No, there's 2 male and there's 1 female Karen. Ah, look at their faces, bro. Tell me they're not a Karen. Tell me they're not a Karen. Oh, she gives me a bit of. She nods her head to say, I don't know, thank you. Is that a sign or is that her being evil? Maybe she might eat me alive. Like, oh my god, that's just. Man, you give me a fucking bang! I'll smash you in. I'll smash the face in there. Anyway, hopefully, I'm gonna try to just buy as little product. I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm going to get this, right, because this is 420. It's good products and all. It's good ways to get some money and all. Karen, come back. Oh, I've already got some flour. I totally forgot. You know, making sales is an important thing, right? Because you've got to be able to make the sales, you've got to be able to look at what they got, give them the right price if they need. Mate, don't you fucking bully me, I'll smash your face in, mate. Honestly, grab you by your nose, fling you in the air. Oh. He sounds bloody pissed, he does. He sounds like he sounds like he's gonna stab someone, he generally does. You might want to get the police to alert. I might want to alert the game police, you know. We might. I'm so sorry, woman. Please don't eat my family, please. You know what? You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna waste your time, mate. I'm gonna waste your time just by spamming this button, mate. You know, so now when you're in a business, right, you're gonna have people to argue with now. And say, oh, well, there's this bloke, I gave him the money I had, and I had loads of change he needs to give me. So he decided, because I gave him so much made him give me so much change, to just give me all this in one. You know, like I get pissed, right? Because you know, think before you give him the money. You know, if you know you're only gonna spend 11, don't give him 50 quid, because that's just gonna be taking a piss. You know, the only time you should really be, the only time you should really be asking for change, right, is when like you're desperate for it. If you know, like if you think you really don't need to have that change, you don't just say, look, have it as a tip. I don't know what happens. Your manager might take all the tips. As if that is the case, please let me know, and then I'll have a change. But you know, if the change does go straight to you, then obviously I'll be happy to give you it. You know, because I would rather I want my tips to go to a person I've tipped it to, not to the manager, right? Because everyone works hard to get, you know, like everyone deserves to have a bonus from customers if they do a good job. If I'm happy with some service I've been given, you know, and I'm feeling nice, I might decide to leave them a £5 tip. You know, even a £1 tip can help them, because I don't know what sort of family they come from. They might be someone that's cracking their back at work every day, you know. I've got a little bit of stock here, but I think just to get this sold out, I'm gonna decrease this by like, God knows how much. I hope you guys have enjoyed this business so far, or I say business, but you know, I'm gonna call this similar to the streamer's name, his name, and then shop, James's shop. Not, I'm actually gonna, let me just change it then. there. Welcome to James's shop. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get a few more stock in. I'm gonna save up for this because then I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about serving anyone then because they've got a self-checkout, right? And I might only have enough for one, but that's gonna rapidly decrease the amount of work I've got to do as a person. If that makes sense. So, I'm gonna get, potatoes. I'm gonna get anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and save and exit, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.